Hey everyone, I'm Mary Beth McAndrews, Editor-in-Chief of Dread Central, and this is Dreadlines, the weekly news show where we share with you the top horror headlines. This week we're covering David Cronenberg, the Munsters, Stranger Things, the One Cut of the Dead remake, and the sadness. And of course, stick around until the end for my movie pick of the week. Master of body horror David Cronenberg is marking his return to the nasty and the goopy with his new film Crimes of the Future. Starring Viggo Mortensen, Léa Seydoux, and Kristen Stewart, the film takes place in a world where body mods and surgery are the new norm. The trailer for the new film is sexy and nasty in a way that only David Cronenberg can deliver. The film is set to play at the Cannes Film Festival this May and comes to theaters this June. And, of course, the Munsters news just keeps on coming. This week we got not one, but two casting announcements about the upcoming film. Rob Zombie on his Instagram announced that Dee Wallace, horror icon, is joining the cast. And, according to the Instagram account for Mirror Studios Incorporated, Pat Priest, who played the original Marilyn Munster, is also reportedly joining the cast. This cast just keeps getting more stacked and stacked, and we cannot wait to see what Zombie unleashes onto the world. After 3 excruciatingly long years, Stranger Things is back with part 1 of season 4, the final season of the incredible Netflix series. Now, this season sees our fearless group of now high schoolers separated for the first time and trying to recover after the epic battle at Starcourt. Now, being a teen sucks, but what's even harder is when a new mystery arises that brings back the Upside Down. Hawkins truly is cursed. Now, we're so excited to see what this season brings because the trailer looks absolutely insane. Now, the trailer also shows us our first look at Robert Englund's character, and yes, Daddy, David Harbour, does in fact make an appearance. Part 1 of the 4th season of Stranger Things hits Netflix on May 27th, and Part 2 comes to the streamer on July 1st. The highly anticipated remake of the 2017 Japanese meta-zombie film One Cut of the Dead is finally coming to festivals. It premieres May 17th at Cannes as the opening night film. Now no longer called One Cut of the Dead, and instead called Z Comme Z, the film is directed by Michel Hazanavicius, who directed the 2011 black and white film The Artist. Now the film is set to premiere at Cannes on May 17th, and there's no word yet about a US release date. Speaking of zombies, the extreme zombie horror film The Sadness is coming to Shudder this May. Directed by Rob Jabaz, the film, filmed in Taiwan, is all about a horrific zombie-like virus that affects the city and forces people to perform horrific depravities on one another. It is just as disturbing and disgusting as it sounds, but it's also incredibly well done. So it makes for a very uncomfortable, yet not fun, but interesting viewing experience. I'm excited to see what horror fans will think of this one when it comes to the streamer on May 12th. Now it's time for my movie pick of the week. This week, my film recommendation is going to be a film that just came out on digital, and it is Wormwood Apocalypse, the Australian zombie movie directed by Kiat Roche Turner. There's a big zombie theme going on today in Dreadlines. I don't know. It seems like zombies perhaps are getting a resurgence, and I'm here for it as long as they're fun and creative. And that is something Wormwood Apocalypse is. The film is very much influenced by Mad Max and by Romero's Dawn of the Dead. It is the sequel from the 2014 film Wormwood by the same director. Now, you can enjoy the second one if you haven't seen the first one. It is just an all-out, entertaining, wild ride. Zombies and crazy cars and wild fights and just lots of practical effects and gore. It's a really fun time, and I think if you are a fan of practical effects, of zombies, and of just entertaining horror that you really just want to have a fun time with, Wormwood Apocalypse is definitely your best bet. And, make it a double feature and watch the first and second one back to back. Sounds like a great night to me. And that about does it for this week's Dreadlines. As always, please make sure to follow Dread Central on social media on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And please make sure to listen and subscribe to all of the podcasts on the Dread Central Podcast Network, wherever you listen to your podcasts. If you want more horror news, you can subscribe to our newsletter, The Harbinger. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and we will see you next Friday.